what is driving the action when you're shooting for the most part?
Vision.
Your vision, exactly. Program yourself with a set of visual cues. It'll help you memorize stuff and execute technique. The exercise is not simple. It's complicated, deliberately, because memorization is part of the game. You're going to start in the red cone. Engage the 2 partials and the steel. Move to the blue cone. Shoot 2 paper targets. Reload. Move to the green cone. Then you got 2 paper targets and 2 partial targets to shoot. There's 2 important facts here. Number 1, you're not going to shoot the stage, really. Dumb you is going to shoot the stage. So Ben doesn't shoot this stage, dumb Ben does. And while I'm still smart, like I can think before the timer, I'm going to set this stuff up so that when I'm actually shooting, dumb Ben is doing what I want him to do. And I'm going to do that by like programming a series of cues. Following along here? Okay, so start on this cone, draw the gun. And this will be simple. I look where I want to hit, right? What's the aiming schemes that are appropriate out there? You don't have to answer out loud, but that's something to think about. So, okay, there's some set of aiming schemes that's going to work for these targets. Look to the target, look to the target, look to the target. Now, what's the next thing to do?
Look to your spot.
Yeah, so I've deliberately put down cones and color-coded them, and that's good. That gives you something to do, and that will actually make you faster for a couple reasons. So I look over here, like that's giving me a job to do. I'm going to attack into that spot. And like you worked on with Steve yesterday, looking over at a spot and turning your head, that's going to line up your spine and you can use those big kick muscles to move yourself, right? So it's giving you something to do and it's going to kind of push you towards doing the right technique. Does that make sense? I'm not looking down there. I'm looking at the next job. That's the next thing. So look over here and move. Now what's the next thing?
The target.
Look up there. When should I do that?
When you know you're going to hit that blue cone.
Yeah, so again, you guys you've been working on this for a couple days. Like as I'm looking down there, so I'm pretty sure I've got this spot. Then I'll start building my grip, mounting the gun, and looking out towards the targets as I get myself stabilized. When should I start shooting?
As soon as you can, as soon as April.
How do I know? This is dumb Ben you got to talk to.
When your sights tell you to?
Yeah, my sights will tell me. They're going to dictate what's happening to me. I'm just there to watch and pay attention. So again, look here, look up here. Okay, when the sights look good, then I'm done. Now I'm heading to the green cone and everybody has to reload. So this is where it gets a little complicated. Look to where I'm going. Now what's next?
Do the reload.
What do I look at for that?
Green cone.
What?
Magwell.
So the reload?
Magwell.
Yes.
Whatever index point you feel is appropriate.
So, yeah, I'm going to look at the gun.
Yeah.
So what I don't want to see is you move it all the way up to the green cone and you reload. Sometimes it's happened to everyone. I mean, it's never happened to Steve, but it's happened to everyone else. That they fuck up a reload, it's like not going in there right, and you'll get all the way to where you're supposed to be, and your attention's out here on the targets, and you're like trying to put this. I don't want to see that. I want you to look to the cone to get moving, look at the gun, until the reload's done. Like your attention goes here and stays here until this job's done. Then your attention shifts back up at the target. Just look. So now, standing here, now I should memorize this to the point where I can close my eyes and relate it to you without having to think about it. Okay? Partial, plate, cone, look up, target, look to the cone, look to the reload, target, partial. Right? I've memorized it, and now I'm pretty confident when the buzzer goes off and dumb Ben is shooting, it's going to be more or less okay. Does that make sense? I can't actively think my way through this while I'm doing it. It's not going to happen. Nobody can. You're just observing what's happening and hoping that it goes well. And you're actually shooting on a scenario. Does that make sense, everyone? All right, we'll give it a go. So again, remember, memorizing these cues is part of it. Simple, right? But it's like, again, the cones, they make visual markers, and like I want you to work your way through this and visualize it, and then think about applying this to a stage. Okay? This is what you ought to be doing on stages, is memorizing a series of things that you look at that are equal things you need to do. Memorize it so you don't have to think about it anymore, and then execute it. Match Mentality. This is a book for people who are serious about competing. Stage breakdown, visualization, managing yourself at the match. This is how to compete seriously in USPSA, and I suppose a lot of it would work for IDPA as well.